EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. On 1st and 10, McPherson drops this off with Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
2nd down and 3. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Looking to throw. McPherson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Samuels. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And obviously a great start to the season, doing it in Week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Hey, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Completes it to Samuel. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This will be fielded at the 17. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And the Raiders have got him. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McPherson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, McPherson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors.
Here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Brandon Jones picking it off. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Samuels dancing to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And oh, he caught it up. Touchdown, Raiders. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The coverage good. The pressure good. Leads to the sack. And it's 3rd and goal now. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Samuels. This is caught. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
You know, following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And this is caught. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. Now they try the right side here. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Off play action. McPherson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. McPherson. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup?
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? pushes him over. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Texans on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on third and inches.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on third down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McPherson. He completes it to Boyd. And he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. There he goes, right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McPherson. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tyler Boyd, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans cut into that lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
They'll set up the screen to Carter.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Second and 6. Hurts going to keep it running right.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Samuels.
And he'll find Ruggs on the right side.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Powers through him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Watch twins. Watch twins. Watch safety three. Watch
Off the play fake. Samuels. Forced out to his left. And he will find his man, Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing on first down. Samuels out left. He's got it to Everett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, Samuels.
Reception here by Ruggs.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Henry Ruggs.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Sly on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McPherson. He gets this one to Boyd. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. He's got it. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd. His second touchdown of the night. And the Texans get a bit closer. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the gun, Samuels. And that is caught.
It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back now in Houston, A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, McPherson. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
2nd and 5. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Operating from the gun, Samuels. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Off the bootleg, McPherson.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off play action, McPherson. He finds his man, complete. It's Boyd. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. McPherson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Off the play fake, McPherson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw.
McPherson caught on a slant. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Going deep here for Landry. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Jarvis Landry, 56 yards. And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Off play action. McPherson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. McPherson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. That's Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw again.
He'll air this one out for Boyd. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders have recovered.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've